Hey everybody, it's Kate. So what I wanted to do today is just real quick, I wanted to show y'all my December daily. I'm calling it the December daily, the road so far, because I started this really late. Like I didn't even decide to do it until I want to say December the 7th. I was watching a video by Julie K, who is Plan to Create here on YouTube and then also on Instagram. If you don't know her channel, definitely go check it out. She's got some awesome stuff like planner stuff and project life stuff, and even her craft room tour is really good. Like she's got some good organizational ideas. I just really enjoy her channel. And so I saw her video where she was talking about sort of the setup for her December daily, and I thought, ooh, that looks like fun. So I want to say it was the 7th of this month, and so I ran out to the store and gathered some stuff up to try to get my December daily going, and here's what I've come up with so far. So I think this is a project. Ooh, it seems like I have a little electrical tape stuck to the back of my album and I didn't even know. Isn't that great? Yeah, that's real good. Anyway, so I think it's like a Project Life album. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was a little beat up, but it's still pretty cute. What I liked about it was that I don't need to do anything else to decorate it. You know, it's not plain, it's real, like, impactful. It's pretty gold. So yeah, I can just leave it right like this and be happy with it. So, since I started working on this, I want to say it was like the 8th or the 9th that I actually started working on it. I have done this front page. This will be my third time, but I think I finally got it worked out the way I wanted it. I initially had started with like a paper collection from Hobby Lobby, just kind of trying to find I do not purchase Christmas paper usually. I mean, I've got a ton of other paper, but I don't have any Christmas paper. What I did have was like stuff that I got in lots. Like I'd buy a big hunk of paper and there'd be 5 or 6 sheets of like random Christmas paper, and that's all I had, or so I thought. And so I went to the Hobby Lobby and picked up some different things. Got the album, got some more little page protectors and that kind of thing. And I picked up this paper pad, and it was okay, whatever. I got partway through making the album and then just remembered that I had gotten this Dear Santa collection from Photoplay at my local scrapbook store. I was going to make a mini album with it, and I bought it and then apparently just totally forgot. And then it struck me one day and I was like, oh, let me look at that collection. And it turns out that I like this a lot better than what I had found it at Hobby Lobby. So that's what I've been using. I've been really feeling the gray for Christmas this year. So I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but let me see if I can show you. This is a Felicity Jane cut file, and so I used some glitter paper to cut it out, and it's supposed to say Merry and Bright, but the glitter paper is super thick, and so the silhouette didn't cut out the and, so I've got to go back and add the and. But I've got this super cute little embellishment right there. Hobby Lobby had, it's like some pine cones. Hobby Lobby had 40 or 50% off of those, like Jolie's, is it Jolie's Boutique stickers? Yeah. So there's that. And then here's my reason why. So here, this is, I think, yeah, this is an Allie Edwards printable. It's something free she offers on her blog. Because I think she is the one that actually originated the idea of December Daily, and she's got some really awesome videos as well. And so here I'm just saying that, you know, Adam and I just got married this year, and as we move through, you know, our first year of marriage, I'm trying to kind of establish our little family traditions, you know, just for us. And I thought it would be good to document that. I think tradition is super important, and I think sort of establishing our own traditions is really important. So that's kind of the reason for this album. So here's day 1, and like I said, I didn't start until day 7. So the first few pages, there's not a lot of pictures because I didn't know I was going to be doing this. But day 1 was a Tuesday, and I had this little picture of last year's Christmas tree, or it might have been even 2013. But this was in my Christmas decorations the last couple of years. I would kind of pull it out and look at this little photo and then just put it back in with the Christmas decorations. And so this year I pulled it out to put it in there. So just kind of a little Christmas tree thing. And I'm saying that here, that this is a picture taken in a previous year with a little camera that Adam got me for my birthday. It's one of those little Polaroid Instax mini, something like that. Yeah. So cute. And then the second was a Wednesday. I'm just saying it was cold outside. La la la. I have fallen in love with this little dot paper. I don't know. These little red and white polka dots. I am not a red person, y'all. And so when I first started making this album, I was like, ew, I don't want to use red. Like maybe I'll do like blues and grays and gold or whatever. And then I got a hold of this paper collection, and all that stuff about I don't like red just went out the window. I don't even know. Maybe I only like red at Christmas. So, I don't know. I am just really enjoying this. So here's Thursday, and I actually wrote here, I remember nothing about this day except what I've written in my planner. Apparently I ran 3 miles and shipped an Etsy order. And that's all I remember. So that's what I've got for, let's see, that's day 3. And see, here's that little polka dot paper again, and I've got that little Studio LT2E hexagon number stamp set, and I absolutely love it. I ordered my first Studio L2E stamps on Black Friday, and so I just ended up getting the listed set and then the hexagon numbers, but I'm going to go back and get the hexagon letters. I think they were maybe sold out. So here's day 4, and so I did some heat embossing again, and it says all is calm, all is bright. And this came from a little stamp set from Michael's. It was like 70% off. I think I paid all of $1 for it, and it has the best little stamps. And so day 4, my husband left this really beautiful card in my purse when he left for work. And so as I was getting ready to leave, out of the house, I was putting my planner in my purse, and I found this card. It was so sweet, y'all. So I, of course I had to put that in there. And I just wrote here that Adam left this lovely card in my purse for me to find. And so, these little pockets are, obviously it's just one pocket, so it's not open on both ends. It's just open on the front. So what I did was actually cut a little slit in here through the back of the pocket so that this little string could hang out on this little tag, and I'm just kind of letting it flop around in there. And I used a little eyelet just to make it even cuter. So I'm just kind of letting it hang out in there. And then here's just a little clip I made with some ribbon. So there's day 4. And then here's day 5. This day we actually attended a funeral, which is not a happy occasion, obviously, but funerals have an odd way of bringing people together. Maybe it's not a happy occasion, but you do end up getting to see people you probably wouldn't normally see, and it's odd. I mean, that's just odd about funerals. So we attended a funeral, and then several of the girls from work and I went and had margaritas and a big pile of Mexican food. And so I took a picture of that tremendous margarita, because up until this point I had been off sugar since September, so I was not off sugar anymore after I drank this humongous thing. And I just did a little shaker here, and I talked about the funeral and the margaritas. And then here's day 6. So I've just got another picture. This is our Christmas tree this year, and I may or may not have taken this on or around the 6th of December. And I did that little circle punch again with the heat embossed hexagon number, and I'm just saying that I did. This must have been a Sunday, because I did a long run, uploaded a plan with me, set up my Doki book, made a casserole, and played Magic with the hubs. So there's day 6, and I just did a little heat embossing on this. This is a chipboard, so I want to say I painted it white first and then did like some mint heat embossing on top of it, and did another shaker here. And this is just one of those little, I got this idea from Allie Edwards. This is one of those little key fob things. And so I just covered it with a 1-inch circle punch to cover up the little hole that's in there, and then put a little camera chipboard on there. It's pretty cute. And let's see, December 7th, and I just put on here, this is the day I decided to do December daily. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. Yeah, this is a Prima paper line. It was just a little 6x6 pad that I picked up at the Hobby Lobby on the day I was looking for December daily stuff. And it comes black and white. And so I got out my watercolors, and you'll see this a few times through my album. I watercolored in red and green just to give it some extra interest. And then that's another little tag with the, and I think this is a Bow Bunny stamp set. I got me some red embossing powder and embossed December 7th on there. And this, December 7th, is also the day that I got this magnificent swap from Esme. If you don't know Esme's channel, I'll link her below. She is like so shabby chic and awesome. And so we did a 25 days of Christmas swap, which I'm going to upload a video on that here before too long, once, you know, the 25 days are up. And so here's a picture of the gorgeous little stocking that she sent with a kitty in it. And I'm just talking about here, I also got my Kate Spade Wellesley this day, my rose gold, which I was like stalking the mailman for, and it showed up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad, because it's so beautiful. Yeah, so I'm talking about that here. And this little card, the lady that sent it to me sent this little card in with it, so I thought I would include that. And then here's day 8. I'm talking about here, I did some more watercoloring on this card. I'm talking about, this is my first run under the Christmas lights in my town. I do it every year, and 2 or 3 times, well, more than that probably, I'll get a chance to run underneath the Christmas lights. So I run really early in the morning, and so they're still shining real bright. So I took a picture of that. And then here's my little kitty bump. I got back home, and she was laid out on the bed like that. So I'm just talking about that. And then I had initially skipped days 9 and 10, but I had some extra time today, so I had time to kind of fill them in. And so this was a Wednesday. And I'm just saying, I worked on December daily, did a workout, some orders, pork carnitas. So I did a couple of shakers, and I used some glitter paper, sequins, seed beads, and I cut out the Noel on my silhouette, and I just took this like super dark red paper and covered it with a little vellum just to take it down a notch, just so it's not so red. And I have used this little tab punch. This is an EK Success punch. I have just used and used this. Super cute. And then I did some more red heat embossing down here for the 9. Day 10's not totally finished. I'm going to do something with the journaling on this day. I may, in fact, take a picture. We have one of those tiny little pine trees that you can get at the Walmart during the holidays. They're like $5. What are they called? I don't know. We got one of those. It looks like a little Christmas tree, and so I may take a picture of that and put it here. And so I just did some heat embossing for the 10 again on this one, and then you can see the other side of the little shakers there. Super cute. And these are just some stickers from the paper collection. I love this pattern, this chevron. There's a lot of gray in this paper collection, which I really love. The gray, the green, and the red go so well together. And so here's the 11th. This was a Friday, and I'm just talking about I spent this morning setting up my Kate Spade Wellesley and making and listing some of my planner printables on my shop. So I just actually printed out one of my printables and chopped it down, and then did my journaling on the printable itself. It's a freezer inventory, and it says date, item, portion, and when it expires on it. So I thought there was something different. This was Saturday. This was a date night. And so I did just like a little present here. I've used a lot of washi in this. And then here's another one of those little papers that I cut down. I love that it has the little lines on it because it helps me to write neater. And I did some more watercoloring on this just to give it some, more interest. And then this is a glassine bag, and I've only got one in the whole house, and I decided to use it on this. But I did it wrong, because in order to pull this out, I punched holes through this card too. So to pull it out, you have to actually take it out of the binder. Whatever, I'm learning. This is my first project of life, anything, y'all, and I'm in love with it, but I've got lessons to learn. And so I just did some stamping on this glassine bag. And if you're not aware, you can stamp on glassine bags with Adirondack ink and heat set it, and it will actually dry if you heat set it. And anyway, I was super excited this day because I managed to find 2 pairs of blue jeans that fit me. I'm a tall woman, and it's difficult to find tall blue jeans down here in Louisiana anyway. You know, a lot of us, our heritage is French, and the French are not tall people. That's just how it is. So everything's in a short and a petite, but you'll be lucky if you can find a tall. So I actually found 2 pairs of blue jeans, and I was so excited I put the tag in here, because I was like desperate for blue jeans that fit. So there's that. I might need to add something back here. I just haven't decided what yet. And then my poor little kitty, if you remember the picture back here, how furry she was, she is no longer furry. We had to shave her little fur off, and this is her sitting next to the Christmas tree. Super cute. And then here's day 13. I've just got a piece of vellum. I may take the vellum out and actually just let that gray shine through, and then some glitter paper here. This was a Sunday, and I did a long run, and they repaved a part of my road that goes out to the highway that I run on a lot. So I was like super excited. I took a picture of this new pavement, and Adam and I watched the Minions movie, so I chopped up a little piece of the packaging from that and then rounded the corners and stuck it on top. And they're riding, the little Minions are riding a little scooter, and so I thought it was cute that they were on top of the road here. Yeah, so that was the 13th. And then here is the 14th. This is a cuttable from Felicity Jane too as well. You can get this on the Silhouette store. I want to say it was on sale, and I think all their holiday stuff's on sale right now, like 75 cents a cut. I mean, a file. So yeah, it's really good. So I just took a picture of us in front of the Christmas tree, because one of my favorite pictures of us of all time was taken with a tiny camera sitting on the couch. And so I had him squeeze in next to me on the couch again to take another picture. Here's day 15. I actually managed to take a good number of pictures this day. And this is some more packaging from that awesome swap with Esme. So I used that for my number 15. And this is my grandmother. I did some running that day. It must have been super cold because I was wearing my gear. And then I'm just showing a picture here of how dark it's getting. This was like 5:20 p.m. and it was already dark. So here's the 16th, and the only picture I had was a picture of some of our buildings like downtown. They're so nice and tall. I took a picture. I had to go to the post office. I did some stitching on this card. I don't know, I really like the texture the stitching gives, so I'll do straight stitching and zigzag stitching and all that stuff. This is actually one of my favorite pages. So this is just a heat emboss 17, and I use Tim Holtz Worn text for the stamps. And then this is a little, I want to say it's an Avery, yeah, it's an Avery L stamp set, and it comes with a little snow globe and all like this, but I just stamped it out, and I used a piece of vellum for the snow at the bottom. And this paper behind it from the paper collection is actually the words to some Christmas carols. This is Oh Holy Night back here. And so I used my Copic markers just to color that little deer and the little tree and put a sequin here. And the 17th was also the first day I started cutting out sugar skulls for shakers for my shop. And so this little tag says pull here, and the journaling is actually down in between the two cards. So that's day 17. That sugar skull, it just makes me so happy looking at it. Ugh. Look how sparkly it is. It kills me. So here's day 18. We had a work Christmas party. There's my kitty bump. That was a Friday. So I'm just talking about that. And then here's my husband in the driveway playing with the cat. Some more sugar skulls. I'm trying to kind of rush through the end here because my phone is filling up. God, if y'all talk to Santa, please tell him I need a camera. So here's day 19, and I just put some little glitter in there with a heat embossed stocking, and I sewed it closed so the glitter would stay in. This is actually the negative space from a little mini album I made for my niece, my new niece, and her initials. These are her initials, and so I used the negative space from that cutout to make this little vellum sheet because this is the day that I did it. So I thought it was kind of pretty. And here's day 19. I made that little mini album. We went on date night, had another margarita, went and looked at Christmas lights, and I just made a little list here. Saturday, mini album, date night, margaritas, Mexican food, and Christmas lights. And then I did 2 shakers because I'm obsessed. And then here's day 20. I still have a few holes here, but today is day 20. So this morning the sunrise was super gorgeous. I saw it out the window, so I ran out to take a picture. And here's one of my cat in a bag of paper supplies like scrapbooking goodies. And there's my husband working on these models right across the table from me. And then this, I actually only had an inch worth of each one of these papers, so I sewed them together down the middle and then rounded the corners to end up with a 2x2 piece. So anyway, there's the rest of my pages. It's not really, you can see here the color scheme I was kind of going for before, the black and the gold and all like that. Poop, I abandoned that. So yeah, there's my December daily so far. I hope you think it looks good. This has taught me that I need to be doing Project Life on the regular because I really like it. I'm going to be in trouble here before long because it's already super bulky and I'm only on day 20. I've got 5 days to go, and it's like we're traveling, so there's going to be lots of photos. We're getting on a plane, doing the whole thing, going to see family. So yeah, look how good it looks from the top. Look how much fun that looks like. Yay! So anyway, there's my December daily album so far. I'll do another flip through when I get all the rest of the pages done. I hope everybody's doing really well. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I hope that you and your family and your friends can get together and eat and have a great time. And I hope Santa brings you everything you want. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.